Brick by brick, the builder lays his stone, for he knows that one day his hard work will sustain him and thereafter. The building of a home is never to only shelter the man who has laid mortar and limestone, but it is also to sustain those who are to come, that will pass through those halls, generation after generation. It is the duty of each person who was nurtured by the old cobblestones to reinforce it for their children and their children's children. It is to pass on the mantle in a condition that allows for hope and aspiration. I was a mere boy at the turning point of Jamaica, and I was an old man as she continued to turn. She's turning as we speak, but as I look on, she has shown a wonderful side of herself that I and others have worked laboriously to bring out. Underneath layers of iniquity and scars caused by scrutiny, I knew she could shine beautifully. She's no longer scuffed and solid as days of the past. No, but rather radiant with potential. There are so many well-cultivated minds on the island today. A vast wellspring of varying individuals from different socio-economic backgrounds. Skin as dark as charcoal now walks halls of parliamentary houses. Hair as coarse as a sheep's mane educates the masses in state-run universities. It's a wonder how far we have come. Be privy to the notion of greatness, because it is something that can be attained rather than ascribed. The will to prevail rivals that of innate gifts and social standing. Carving our mark in history was a monumentous feat, but the glamour of the governance was far more cumbersome. More cumbersome than the initial forethought. I knew my work would be difficult, but I had not truly understood the spectrum of inequality and indifference to the problems of the everyday man until I toiled to truly free. An education system striving to only cater for the bourgeoisie. Do you truly understand the ramification of robbing a man his ability to articulate himself, to express the needs and desires is congruent to the air we breathe, the food that sustains us? Education is not a mundane aspect of our lives, but a social tool used to empower and propel a nation forward. To inhibit knowledge is to make a conscious effort to render a nation immobile in socio-economic leverage. A nation isn't the land we work and live on. It isn't the rivers and creeks that flow through crevices of lush green mountains. It is its people, the invaluable resources that either breaks or builds a society. We experience a bountiful splendor as we steam pressed our way to financial independence. But as I now look on, I fear the wellspring is beginning to dry and to crumble. brain drain. It is an understandable reality that humans naturally seek the more profitable route to provide a better life for themselves and loved ones. Our passions and capabilities aren't always usefully capitalized where we're planted. And in order to excel, we must venture elsewhere for proper guidance. I did so myself. I became a Rhodes Scholar, and the experience aided me tremendously on the island in all the capacities in which I served. It is no secret I was afforded the opportunity most at that time weren't privy to. But I knew that I wanted to create a feasible future for children who were to come after me. Here on the island, I saw vile discrepancies and injustices and couldn't for the life of me live a life of luxury elsewhere, knowing I could have made a change where it counted. I know it is not wise to ask of every man and woman the desire for self-preservation far outweighs the desire for unification more times than not. A mother who is unable to make ends meet for herself and children must seek employment that is profitable and provides better outcomes for her responsibilities. A husband and father who must provide for his family with a specialized skill set that isn't valued on the island must provide his expertise elsewhere where he will be paid handsomely. It is only logical, and I truly understand. I also understand that as the creation of opportunities falls in the hands of the everyday man, it falls in the hands of those who guide the people. It is a dual effort. The everyday man can create lucrative businesses and bolster employment rates. But the government must provide incentives for these business owners to make profit in a thriving market. Vital workers of society, such as doctors, nurses, and other medical practitioners, can hold posts and work with purpose to ensure proper care and service. But the government must also provide an environment that reduces the high probability of stress via regulations, staff capacities, and support networks for those workers. As the people need to aid the nation needs to aid the people. It is a symbiotic relationship that thrives off mutuality, and when one party does not honor their duties, we quickly see the downfall of a nation. I see these elements shining through the cracks with new policies and frameworks that are being implemented. But I do fear the walls cannot withstand the pressure of global society that threatens to overshadow our own desires to stand tall. It is a tall order that I ask of you, but is one I can see being beneficial for all. Relocations and the process of reuniting loved ones in a foreign country is a laborious task. Externally sourcing human resources to fill gaps in our system and create an environment for these foreigners is a costly feat. I believe in you, as I believed in the comrades that I served with. I can see it. The future. It is a lovely affair. It seems like my time is up. They are calling back for me. So I must go. But I leave my spirit to guide you. I leave my legacy to remind you that hope is not lost. Not as long as you choose to fight for it.